All right, cruising the land, and I'm here sharing with you this beautiful white 1994 Land Cruiser. This is the vehicle owned by Jim, who's with the one of the shop owners here, Overland Garage, and his personal rig, and it is clean. He is meticulous, and you're about to see what I mean on this truck. Now, I told you May, I've been kind of quiet for a while. We've had a couple 80s. One's already sold, another white one already sold. So getting clean specimens like this, I know personally, because I'm always looking, is getting tough, far and few between. And I'm talking California. I don't look anywhere else than the Southwest here, where we get clean, rust-free vehicles. And we will look thoroughly at the underbody of this. So you got your tow hitch, spare tire underneath, 33s. So let's start with that. 285 BF Goodrich. Look how clean these wheels are. This is usually when someone takes an old set of wheels and sends them to get remachined, redone. These are already like that. These caps, unbelievable, great shape. Got the running boards, which you can either leave them. If you've got young kids, leave the running boards so they can climb in and out. But when they're old enough and everybody can climb in the truck, you can remove this, and it gives the look that it's even lifted higher. I love the non-running board look, but I do like a slider look. So putting sliders on is pretty cool too. Let's take a look. Tons of tread. As you can see, get my finger deep in there. Lots of tread. These are like new. BF Goodrich, one of my favorite tires on a Land Cruiser. And again, this wheel is just insane. In such top shape. Dare I say, nicer than Otis. I would trade, I should have said, I'll do this video at home and then just swap out my wheels with Otis and not say anything. No, can't do that. So, look at that suspension, ARB. That's the newer, so that's not an old school Old Man Emu. That's their newer style. The revamped facelifted suspension. Again, usually I get underneath the car now. We're gonna put it up on the lift since we're at the shop here and be able to show you that. Old school Pia lights. I like that. It's such a cool touch. Whoever buys these, you can repaint just this section in white if you want, or leave it as is, or make it black. The nice Toyota spelt out. But original paint, and as you know, when it comes to white, it is the one stage, one coat process. So you can basically take a really good compound. I have a whole video on this because the early 200 series up until 2015, one coat process, or at least the 2011. I got to double check if the 13 through 15 had this paint. I actually think they did the yeah, they didn't do one coat process in 2013 through 15 actually. So up to 2011, I had a 2008 and I compounded it and it came out just like this. So the 80 series, the 100 series, and the early first editions of the 200 series all had one stage single coat process. Let's get up top here. So the luggage racks, original roof rack, nice and clean. A rugged bound would look good up there, hint hint. I have those available. Anybody who ends up buying this truck, talk to me. I'll hook you up with some gear if you want either the drawer system or the rugged bound roof rack or the ostrich wing. Got videos on my channel of that stuff too. So, and they had the chrome on the bumpers in the back from you know, prior to 1995. 1995 it goes all plastic, but I like that touch. Kind of cool. Little chrome piece you can polish up. These are hard to come by. So the taillight guards, so that's pretty cool. Since we're back here, let's take a look at the back hatch. So you got your third row seats, removable, pretty easy to remove them. Oh, 2024 Land Cruiser, are you jealous? You don't have a tailgate like that. It's just one big hatch. And I gotta tell you, this is like a signature mark of a Land Cruiser, which is now gone on these Land Cruiser 250s. You sit your kid here, you put the ski boots on, the rain boots on, the gear, the soccer cleats, you name it. This is your food presentation. You're the go-to rig when you're on the trail because you put all your stuff out on the back. This is just awesome and no longer available. But in an 80 series it is, absolutely. Extra piece of carpeting here. You know, I had an extra piece in one of my Land Cruisers once upon a time, and I said, what is this extra piece? You know what? It's dawned on me in this video. This belongs to the car. So the one I had belonged to the 80 series. I did give it with the sale of the vehicle, but I'm like, hey, somebody lucked out and got the same color. I think this comes with it. It's just an extra piece to put down here. Okay, leather, gray leather. So a lot of the white ones come with beige. This is one of the white with the gray. Let's take a look at the second row. Gotta like that. Car cover, I sell those. That's one of the car covers. I know because they bought them from me. And that's a gray one, super nice, goes on easy, keeps your vehicle clean. It's gonna spend the night outside of your garage. Got the floor mat here. It's tough to see in this light. We'll get her outside though. We'll see that in a second. I think we're gonna see clearly here because of the front window and the light coming in. So, leather seats. Little wear on the bolster here, but not enough to replace. It's actually, it's good. Passenger seat's always gonna be in better condition. But look at that. The dash, nice and clean, no cracks. Everything nice. And what do we have for miles? 177, 379. Going up minimally. I know I'm about to put a couple miles on it. All right, so super clean. This is center locked, so you do not have the dial there. But for the most part, in Otis, I've used this dial twice. If you're rock crawling, that's the only reason really to get triple locked. If you're going to be going over boulders, if you're overlanding, you do not need it. Let's do that again. Listen to that door close. Listen to that. One more time. That's just sounded too good. Oh yeah. Okay. 30-year-old car, folks. And we will pop the hood. We will get underneath. Some things I like to look at. The windshield, original. You want to know why that's important? Anytime, it's pretty much for any car, but whenever you change the windshield, it's just never the same with wind noise. This has an original. Does have these wind guards. I don't know if I'm a fan, but they're there. Buyer can remove them. And not every 80 series came with a little wind deflector. I think it's a cool touch. And when you put the rugged bound or any roof rack, it doesn't get in the way either. You just have to watch when it lifts up that you have to make sure the distance coming back, you don't want to be hitting it. I have a video on that too. All right. What do you say we pop the hood, take a look at that one FZFE engine. And 177,000 miles. As you know, these are built to be rebuilt 3 times in their life. And remember I told you Jim was meticulous? Look how clean this bay is. Super clean. You know, not clean to the fact that, you know, someone WD-40'd and you know, made it slick. I don't like that. This is clean, like dust clean. So if there were leaks, you would see grease marks, you would see shiny spots, right? Yep. Great condition. Ooh la la, very nice. Actually, let's turn it over so we can give that engine a listen. Keys are here. You do not have to sit in and put your foot on the brake like modern cars. I can be standing outside, crank it. I like that. Sounds great. Smooth. Smooth as can be. That closed nice and solid too. All right, what do you say we go for a little spin? I just have to watch out for that forklift there. I might pause just so I can back up without any distractions. So I'll join you on the outside. Okay, we are outside. That is my HJ61 that I'm getting worked on here. What are we doing? Put a manual transmission in it. So the automatic transmission in that vehicle failed. I didn't want to put another automatic. I put a manual, so it was a big job. Full video on that. I can't wait. And that's a right-hand drive. That's the JDM high top roof. But you're not watching this video to learn about 60 series. You want to know about this vehicle. All right, so we are outside. Let's give her a run. Oh yeah, already it just drives well. I've driven so many 80 series, I can instantly know. I've seen some, I go see the homeowner and get in the car, and right away, first gear going to second gear, I'm like, nope, I don't want this one. This one's tight. And just like any old man emu, it just solid on all four corners. And this is a newer one, meaning that when you put a newer suspension, you got all new bushings, and bushings make a difference. I love the handling in 80s. People don't realize you can take corners hard in these. Hard, not a problem. Okay, I'm gonna go straight and we'll do a kick down to see what this engine sounds like. So let's first of all get up to speed. Okay. Oh yeah. That kick down was solid. Take the corner hard. Yeah, BFGs plus Old Man Emu, great. 2-inch lift, perfect. It's like the sweet spot for this. Putting 33s in that 2-inch lift, perfect. You don't have to go down the rabbit hole when you're doing a suspension, meaning control arms and brake lines and longer bump stops and blah blah blah. The list goes on and on and on. 2-inch, drive shafts because they start to vibrate. You don't have to go down that rabbit hole. 2-inch, you keep everything as is. You're just putting shocks, springs, and voila. Again, another kick down. Watch the RPMs. Yeah, she got all her power, easy. That would be rating about 150 on the compression test, just by the foot and butt dyno. So, but what do you expect? At 177,000 miles, this thing is good. All right, what do you say we go back to the shop and we put this up on the lift? Let me go, Madame Tesla. Thank you. We'll put it up on the lift and take a look underneath. I think you're gonna like what you see. All right, I'm pulling up at the shop. Let me turn off the video so I can get into the parking spot nice and straight, or into the garage, I should say. Safety first. All right, here's the 80 series. We're gonna put it up on the lift and get up underneath to see how clean this is. Look at the frame. Okay, so this is as high as we're gonna get up on the lift, so let's check it out. First of all, the tow bar, super clean. Look at this, love it, still has the OEM tag on it. Tell you which spring it is. The whole rear axle. This is the beauty of a California truck, is clean as can be. So nice old man emu lift. Clean there. Look at the frame here. Same thing here. Clean. So, and again, clean, not spray painted, right? If it was spray painted, this would be black. This is clean, big difference. Big difference. Someone, whoever the buyer is, can hit this with a nice satin, you know, chassis paint. Even the wheels and the caps. Look at those caps. I had an 80 series back in '95, and I think after cleaning materials, when you know, spray a bottle on your tire, mine faded after 3 years in 1998 when I went to go sell it because I picked up a 100 series back in the day. Yep. So this is clean. California. Now, this is clean like this because meticulously, the owner had someone come to the underbody and clean it. Again, not spray painted. This is all original. This is the way it is, but just cleaned. So, look at that bar. Pretty much like it's been dry iced. You know, when they do dry icing, which would cost thousands of dollars. This was hundreds of dollars just to have chassis parts cleaned up. Yeah, we looked on this side. Let's look at the other. Wow. And on the other. There's the stamp plate. All Land Cruisers have a stamp on the frame of the VIN. Super nice. All right, so to go over price, I wanted to put it outside just so you could see this cruiser in the sun in all her glory. And that paint is just so nice. Okay, so 177,000 miles, California, its whole life, super clean. This vehicle is $35,900, so $35,900. And you know, what do you need to do to it? Absolutely nothing. It's baseline, it's ready for adventure. If you're somewhere else in the country, come pick it up, drive it through Utah and Colorado, the Rockies, be beautiful. Then from there, maybe ship it so you can skip Kansas and the plains, the boring plains, for at least a day and a half of driving. But there she is, folks. Very nice. A fine example of 80 series without being $60,000, $80,000. No, the price to me is more than fair for the type of condition of this vehicle. Like getting wheels redone, it's like $1,500-$1,600 plus you have to bring it to a shop and remove the tires and all of that. Caps, I sell caps and they're not as clean as this, and caps are pricey. Yeah, so this is super clean. And as far as transport, over the years of me buying Land Cruisers, I have a contact that puts it on the transport board, meaning every shipper that subscribes to that sees it, and if they're near the area, they're like, I'll pick that up. So you'd be surprised, this going to North Carolina, going to Maryland, probably about $1,600, $1,700. Going to Texas, probably 900 bucks. It's not expensive to ship. It's cheaper than driving it, but you know, driving it is an experience in itself. And like I said, this is ready for adventure. This is ready to go wherever you want to take it. Cross country and back. And then you see on the shade side, it is still just gleaming on this side. Wow. All right, so I'll have my contact in the description below. Hit me up, and if you're interested, I can put you in touch with Jim and you work out the details. But look at that stance. Look, it's just, like I said, 33s. It's going to give it a lift just because of the tires are bigger. And look at that distance. That's my hand. Look how much more you've got. It's just perfection. All right, let me know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like Land Cruisers, because especially if you buy one, I give detailing tips and just a whole bunch of ideas and things that you can do with these. Even, you know, being on the trail with my 80 series or other Land Cruisers. And I got some classics, some Land Cruisers we never got here in the US. And if you're in California and you have a beautiful truck like this, let me know. Because if you go and bring a trailer, they're going to make you have a reserve price. And if it's a bad week, nobody looking, because they scheduled you during July 4th, guess what? you don't sell your vehicle for what you really wanted to. And you know, as far as I hate mud, that's old school, older guys saying, "What? These used to be $3,000. What do you mean?" So, you know, if you want to avoid those, my channel is just Land Cruiser Enthusiasts, and I only put clean vehicles on my YouTube. So hit me up if you're in Southern California, or if you're in Arizona or Northern Cal. Make the trip down, and we can make a day of it and do a full video and help you present your vehicle so it goes home to another enthusiast. That's another thing I do. I talk to people. Sometimes someone calls me up and they're hell-bent on an 80, but they also like 100s. And once I find out what they plan to do, I'm like, you know what? 100 is going to be more suited for you. It just depends where you're going, what you're doing. Are you towing? You have the family with you? Are you overlanding? What type of camping are you doing? Are you going to be going off some crazy trails? You know, you're going to go towards an 80. If you need to tow and you're in the mountains, you're going to go towards a 100 for that V8. So it just depends. So talk to me. I love any conversation to do with Land Cruisers. So I bent your ear long enough. If you have any questions on this vehicle, hit me up. My Gmail is there. It's cruisingtheland@gmail.com. And looking forward to this going to a well-deserving home. All right. Happy trails. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.